ain't making nobody a fucking star. Stop the bullshit. Broly was a star because Floyd put him on, just like Tank got put on by Floyd. Tank is a low budget pay-per-view star. All them fake ass numbers that they've been reporting over the years ain't never kept PBC no network deal. That network deal and that fight deal he was supposed to have, we found out that was bullshit. The only person that came to PBC and got one was Canelo. And when Canelo dropped PBC like a bad habit, Mr. Tank, the fake face of boxing, could have stepped up and saved PBC, but we see that they still struggling and can't get no budget. They're on their way out. Ryan proved to be the reason why that fight sold. Tank ain't never did another pay-per-view anywhere close. And Ryan was already a star, that he proved to be the bigger star when Tank and him fought because the numbers came, and Tank haven't been able to duplicate that. Floyd put Tank on. Floyd brought Tank to them Diddy parties and put Tank in the right rooms and have Diddy picking him off his feet chest to chest to put him on and shit like that. So man, like, stop the cap. Tank ain't no fucking star.
Hey man, say man, what it do, man? Big boss hog. Boss dog can't pull through the door. We done talk to somebody fucking about soliloquy. Until times don't last, good people do, don't off yourself. Caught them in the fall out, make me mad. I peep game. 84s on West Wayne. How y'all doing, man? It's a beautiful morning. Just came from the gym, heading back home, finna take a shower, go to the JOB. Y'all know me, I'm always putting in that work. Let's talk boxing. We clutched up, we clutched out. You know what we're talking about. You heard the audio. Shout out to the Boxer Voice. Like I say, they got a great channel, great podcast. You know, we don't always agree. They don't know who I am. They don't know who Coach B is, right? We ain't doing this for no clout, you know, or anything. We just responding to the topic at hand. This is a good topic, right? The hatred of Gervonta Tank Davis. You heard the audio. This dude say that Gervonta Tank Davis, all his numbers are inflated, they fake, you know, he's a pretender, you know, he suck, all this other stuff. I want you to hear the hatred in that man's voice, right? That's a casual fan right there, okay? I will admit this. Is Tank fighting who we want him to fight? No. Right? I'm not watching this Jake Paul fight. I don't support it. I understand it, okay? Let me make this perfectly clear. I understand it. I don't like it, which is why I'm not watching it, okay? But I understand it, okay? It's life-altering money. If any fighter got approached with this opportunity, they gonna take it. Pause. If Shakur Stevenson got offered to fight Jake Paul, he fighting Jake Paul. That's just what it is. If same thing, Teofimo, all them fighters. One thing about all these fighters, they like to talk trash about certain fighters, but then they go do it. Look at the same thing what happened with Floyd. Floyd fought Conor McGregor, they ridiculed it. Then after a while, people saw how much money Floyd made and how good the event was. Then they're like, oh yeah, I'll fight this person. I'll fight a UFC fighter. I'll fight this person. I'll fight this person. I'll fight that person. The perspective changed, right? Because they saw how much money was in it, right? Boxing is a poor man's sport, man. So when you get the opportunity to make a lot of money, you're gonna take advantage of it. I'm not saying I agree with it, okay? I'm keeping it 1,000. I wish boxers would respect the sport and keep it boxing, but at the end of the day, you know, that's just not the reality of the situation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being truthful, okay? I know what are you talking about? Look, I'm just being truthful about the situation, right? So Tank is doing something that Floyd did, right? Which is setting trends, right? So if he fight Jake Paul and he make a lot of money and, you know, which he set to do, and this event does well, right? Guess who's gonna be looking to do that next? That's all I'm saying. Fill in the blanks, right? But you hear the hatred in the dude's voice, right? He talking about all those numbers are inflated. How those numbers are inflated? The numbers are the numbers, right? And he hating on PBC too. You could just tell, like, you know, I'm like, bro, they didn't. One thing about PBC is they pretty much the only network besides Netflix or promotional program that release their numbers pretty quickly. The Zone don't release nothing, right? They don't release squat diddly, right? Unless it did like a certain amount of numbers. I think they released the Beaver Better Beef, one of those cards, and it was a very successful card, right? It had very successful viewership. You know what I'm saying? One of those cards did good. They released those numbers. But a lot of the numbers, they don't release them. Why? Because they know it's not that good, bro. Right? That's just what it is. So PBC being inflated is, him saying that is cap. Tank's numbers is what they are. All you gotta do is look in the crowd, right? Now, every promotional company comes out tickets, right? They got a certain amount of tickets for their company, right? For their guys on the network and things like that, for production and all that. They pump out tickets, right? That's what they do. They may buy a whole section just to make it look like, oh, look, this whole section sold out. Then you look in the arena, where's this sold out section at, right? Where's this sold out arena? And you seeing empty seats. Top Rank, when they was on ESPN, they used to do that a lot. They'll like darken certain areas, you know what I mean? So it looked like, oh, it's full. Or they'll only show like the area that's full, right? Whereas PBC, they'll show you the whole arena. When Tank fight, his stuff be packed all the way to the top. That's real talk. So we can't sit here. We're not going to sit here and cap, bro. That's what all I'm saying. I get it. Like, you don't like the nigga. But, hey, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand it. I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, I understand it. I get it. You know what I mean? You don't like cuz. But don't let your hatred override your logic, right? We got to keep it 1,000. You can't sit here and say you're a boxing fan of boxing, of the sport, but then you talking like this. You got to be real. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Like, we got to keep it 1,000. You have to be honest. You got to sit there and be like, you know what? I don't like what Buddy doing, but I got to respect it. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. I want Tank to fight all the fighters, right? I think he's that talented to do it. I think he's that talented to beat a lot of guys. Some dudes may beat him. You know what I'm saying? It's boxing. It's going to happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to happen in the sport, bro. You're going to have some dudes that's just going to have your number. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Like, that's the beautiful thing of the sport. Dust yourself off, get back up, keep going. You know what I mean? There's no need to hang your head and, man, so I just think, and I don't think that's only with Tank. I think that's a lot of fighters. Fighters say they want to fight, right? When they undefeated, they not willing to take risks because they want to protect that O, right? But you notice once that O gets off their record, they're like, all right, cool. Let's get it, right? It affects them one or two ways. It affects them to where they can't recover from it, right? Because they're like, dang, I lost. Like, dang. Or it's like, all right, I got that out the way. Prime example, Jermell Charlo. When he lost, he turned up. You know what I'm saying? He like, F it, let's go. He started knocking everybody out. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Now, granted, some fights he had draws, pause, but then he bounced back, rematched them, and beat them, right? He knocked them out. So, like, we're not finna sit here and paint narratives, bro. That like, oh, those numbers are fake. Man, stop playing, bro. Like, his numbers, those are real numbers, right? That's what it is. PBC don't put out fake numbers. They don't put out fake nothing, right? It's just these niggas, they hate this nigga so much, bro. You hear the hatred. You hear this nigga hate, this nigga hate this nigga. That nigga hate that little nigga, bro. He see that little light-skinned nigga, he get mad at him up. Man, this nigga think he hard, cuz. I can't stand this little nigga, bro. I'm telling you, that's what it is, bro. He hate this nigga. That's what it boils down to. He can't stand. He hates Tank. You hear it in his voice, right? So we gotta keep this motherfucker. We gotta keep this mother 1,000, man. Let's call boxing straight up and down, no side effects, man. Let's stop playing around, man. Bitch, y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss go.